The arc of the moral universe may be long, but it tends towards justice. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. Racial equality is not just a goal. It is a fundamental human right. Every man must decide whether he will walk in the light of creative altruism or in the darkness of destructive selfishness. We must stand up against racial injustice, even when it is unpopular or inconvenient. Nothing in all the world is more dangerous than sincere ignorance and conscientious stupidity. There comes a time when silence is betrayal. He who passively accepts evil is as much involved in it as he who helps to perpetrate it. The struggle for racial equality is a marathon, not a sprint. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. Love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into a friend. Our lives begin to end the day we become silent about racism and discrimination. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal. Wars are poor chisels for carving out peaceful tomorrows. I have decided to stick with love. Hate is too great a burden to bear. We must build dikes of courage to hold back the flood of fear. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. There can be no deep disappointment where there is not deep love. If a man hasn't discovered something he will die for, he isn't fit to live. Change does not roll in on the wheels of inevitability, but comes through continuous struggle. The function of education is to teach one to think intensively and to think critically. Intelligence plus character. That is the goal of true education. Equality is not just a buzzword. It is the cornerstone of a just and harmonious society. The time is always right to do what is right. Racism is not a natural condition. It is a learned behavior that can be unlearned. The beauty of genuine brotherhood and peace is more precious than diamonds or silver or gold. Faith is taking the first step even when you don't see the whole staircase. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. A nation that continues year after year to spend more money on military defense than on programs of social uplift is approaching spiritual doom. In the end, we will remember not the words of our enemies, but the silence of our friends. The eradication of racism requires a collective effort from all members of society. Racism is a moral poison that blinds the soul. Racial justice is not a privilege to be enjoyed by some, but a right to be upheld for all. The ultimate tragedy is not the oppression and cruelty by the bad people, but the silence over that by the good people. We must build bridges of understanding and tear down walls of racism. The hottest place in hell is reserved for those who remain neutral in times of great moral conflict. We must confront racism with love, understanding, and education. The moral arc of the universe bends at the elbow of justice. We must come to see that the end we seek is a society at peace with itself, a society that can live with its conscience. The fight against racism and discrimination is a battle we must all engage in. There is no room in love for racism and prejudice. Nonviolence is a powerful and just weapon. It is a sword that heals. Human progress is neither automatic nor inevitable. Every step toward the goal of justice requires sacrifice, suffering, and struggle. The tireless exertions and passionate concern of dedicated individuals. Power at its best is love implementing the demands of justice. We must develop and maintain the capacity to forgive. He who is devoid of the power to forgive is devoid of the power to love. Racial segregation is a blatant denial of the unity which we all have in Christ Jesus. I have a dream that one day on the red hills of Georgia, the sons of former slaves and the sons of former slave owners will be able to sit together at the table of brotherhood. Our scientific power has outrun our spiritual power. We have guided missiles and misguided men. We must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. Racism is a doctrine of the superiority of man over man. I believe that unarmed truth and unconditional love will have the final word in reality. A genuine leader is not a searcher for consensus, but a molder of consensus. No one really knows why they are alive until they know what they'd die for. The true measure of a society's progress is its treatment of its marginalized communities. The quality, not the longevity, of one's life is what is important. We must learn to live together as brothers, or perish together as fools. Let us rise above the shackles of prejudice and embrace the beauty of diversity. We may have all come on different ships, but we're in the same boat now. The fight against racism is not about seeking revenge. It is about seeking justice and equality for all. True peace is not merely the absence of tension. It is the presence of justice. If you can't fly, then run. If you can't run, then walk. If you can't walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward.